All right, we're live. So where are you at right now, man?
I'm in my house right now. I'm in my apartment in Miami,
Miami.
Florida.
Hell yeah.
It's hot. It's a hot day today.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like 90 degrees outside.
Well, yo, man. Yeah, I'm from St. Louis, but I live in Jersey now. But
All right.
that's
Did you get
cool.
hit bad with the hurricane?
You know what's crazy? I did not, but
Good.
my cousin through marriage lost everything in Queens.
Wow.
A lot of people did. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people really got hit hard. So
Yeah, crazy.
insanity. Did your family
Yeah.
get hit by that?
My cousins did. We got some water. We got some water, but we didn't get too much.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, we're
man,
good.
I was gonna ask you about New York, New Jersey. Like, I mean, you were born in New York, right?
Yeah.
And you grew up in New Jersey. Then when did you leave Jersey?
I grew up in both places. I left Jersey when I was 12 because I started working with Nickelodeon.
Shit, that's a good reason to leave.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I started going to this school over there that was like a professional performing arts school. So it was a trip. Just going to math class and then having like singing class right after was pretty crazy.
That's crazy. So how old were
It's like
you
High School
then?
Musical.
How old were you
I
in
was
singing
like,
class?
I was like 12. Started
Was it fun?
super
Like you
young.
enjoyed it?
Yeah, I loved it. Ever since the jump, like I knew it was what I wanted to do.
So like music theory and piano and all that.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, man, I did some of that in college. That is actually pretty fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, yo, I mean, even so, New York, New Jersey, Miami, but even I saw recently, like you're posting in Europe and Nevada, like you're
Yeah.
everywhere, man. Like, were you shooting the music
Yeah.
video in Nevada, or what were you doing in Nevada?
I was shooting a music video out there, and it just happened to be in Las Vegas. We needed some desert scenes, so we flew out to Las Vegas and we shot it out there, and it came out fire. But it's not for this video that comes out on Friday. It's for the next one.
Oh shit, working ahead.
You have
That's
to.
what's up. Well, yo, yeah, talk to us about this drop, man, because you're dropping a song. So this interview is gonna drop on Monday, so the song will already be out. So let's dive into it, man. If you just want to talk about the song and what like you were thinking about when you made it, man.
For sure. MUERO's a song that we created. Me and my homie Cozy. We created this song about a year and a half ago. And basically, I was inspired and on a previous like a shitty relationship that I had that I felt like like I couldn't forget this girl. I couldn't get her out of my headspace, and and nothing. It's a really dope song. I'm really excited for you guys to hear. I'm really excited for my fans to hear it. It's definitely like a new sound. I put out a lot of reggaeton last year, and I decided to kind of take a different direction this year, and I feel like it's a really strong record that my fans are gonna really enjoy.
Yeah, and it looks like from what I've seen and from what I've been told, it looks like you kind of went crazy with the music video too, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The visuals are fire.
So for anyone
They're
who like, watching this, so people watching this on YouTube, listening on Spotify, we're gonna have the song on the playlist. We do a playlist every Monday, me and Gary V, and then
which I follow.
oh, you do? Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Yo, thanks a lot. That's what's up.
Of course,
That means a lot, man. But
of
yo,
course.
like everyone's gonna go stream it because I'm gonna have it at the top of the playlist. So like,
Oh, that's fire.
what mindset do you want them to be in when they hear this? You know what I mean?
What mindset I want them to be in? Well, I feel like this song, when you listen to it and you understand the lyrics, it definitely brings you back to like that one relationship that you know that like you couldn't forget this girl and you'll do anything to be with that person again. And you feel like you'll die for love. Like that's basically what the song represents. You know, like sometimes when you're so deep in something, you feel like you'll die for it. And that's what the name of the song is called, Muero. Like I die. In English, it's like a different. It's understood a little bit differently, but you know how Latin people are and how expressive they are. Um, but I definitely feel like people, it's gonna bring people back to like the 2013, 2014 weekend vibes.
Oh shit, those are some good
Yeah,
vibes.
Great vibes.
Hell yeah. But yo, I was even I was talking to some of your people about the song. I mean, it's like, yeah, you'll die for this relationship. You like have these feelings about what you had in the past, but there's a part of the song where you're kind of like content with what's going on, right? Like you're
Yeah,
not
at
like
the end,
mad.
at the end of the song, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't want to be with this person anymore. Like, like I come to the realization that I don't need this person. Don't tell me that you're gonna come back anymore because all you did was hurt me. And I feel like it's so real. Like, like we all go through those toxic relationships. At least I have, and it's something that you really feel like you're like at rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and uh, and it brings a lot of ideas when it comes to like writing and stuff. So
Yeah. No, a lot of people could relate, man. And that's a cool lane to be in, to talk about your emotions like that and be so.
yeah, it puts you like in a vulnerable space, which I don't really do much, and I feel like people can relate with that a lot. You know,
Yeah. Are you excited to like perform the song live?
I'm so excited just to perform anywhere live, any song.
When was the last time you did a show?
Well, I recently did a show, like a live show with Amazon Music. Like it was like on Twitch, but there wasn't like a live audience or anything. Last show I did was probably pre COVID. Yeah,
Okay.
like in Mexico, like while back,
Mexico City or where?
while back, Mexico City. Yeah,
Yeah, Mexico City is amazing, man.
it's incredible. I love it there.
Yeah.
Love it. I love tacos. Tacos are fire.
Haha. Hell yeah. Yeah, the food in Mexico City. Oh my god, man. I went there.
It's incredible.
I freaking want to live there. It's so amazing. But
Yeah, it's a cool city.
yeah, so shout out to everyone in Mexico. We actually have a lot of people in Mexico who do listen to this podcast. So shout out to
Oh,
them.
that's sick.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Mexico. Dímelo mi gente de México. Que se
Hey.
dice.
Haha. Yo, hell yeah. Yo, was the last performance that you were just talking about, was that when you did Vibe Acoustic or what was that?
No, Vibe Acoustic was a performance I did with Deezer.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and there wasn't an audience for that either. But that was really cool. That was
No, it
really cool.
was
That came
cool,
out
man.
nice.
I saw it. That sounded awesome. Like what was that like being able to
Thank
do that
you.
song acoustic? Like that was really
I,
cool.
I love I love performing like songs acoustic. I love just singing. I love that raw just guitar and voice. No effects, none of that stuff. Like there's nothing more real than that. I feel like I get to really showcase my talent um, when it's just me and a guitar.
Hell yeah. And that's the thing is like we're gonna playlist that song too. So maybe what were you thinking about when you made that song? Like tell us a little bit about that.
Vibe was definitely a real like collaborative process. We were in LA and I was with some producers and there was like a group of like 5, 6 writers in the room. We were all together and everybody just started throwing ideas, bouncing off ideas off each other, and we wrote that song like in 3, 4 hours. And
Damn.
I was just thinking about having a good time and about vibing. Um, and you hear that in the song, like the production is so crazy and it's so simple but yet so powerful. And yeah, I was in an amazing mood. Like
Hell
you
yeah.
have to be if you're making happy music, you need to be in a good mood. You need to be in a good headspace.
That's
Like
true.
that's like
That's
the
true,
most
man.
important for me, getting in the right headspace to be able to like write and create.
Yeah, we were just talking about that on our team. It's like I was telling people because I've been in the studio with a lot of artists too, and sometimes the best songs are the ones that you could actually hear in the voice that they mean what they're saying.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it's
no
so
one wants to
true.
hear a half-hearted song.
It's so true. Yeah, definitely.
So, question for you then, because a lot of people who listen to this podcast are artists who are trying to make a name for themselves or managers, people starting out who want to learn from people like yourself. We've never had anyone talk about this. And if you just want to do a quick overview of like what it is like to be with other people writing a song together, because a lot of emerging artists don't even know what that's like. And I know
Yeah.
like there's some mystery around it. Like are people, here's the question. Are people like, are you like, hey, here's the vibe of the song, here's what I want to do, and then people just kind of like jam with you verbally, or like what is even going on in that situation?
I feel like the most important aspect in working in like a collaborative group is to know the direction that you want to go in. You know, because you can have a bunch of people working in different directions, but that's not going to be it's not going to work as well as a bunch of people working in the same direction. And you as the artist need to come into the room and give that direction. You know, either show a reference, or know where you kind of want to go sonically. You know, because it happens a lot where you get an artist that comes in the room and he like doesn't really have a direction, and that makes it hard for the people that are working to make the song. And then another thing I would say is don't be afraid to throw ideas out. You know, sometimes when you're working with a big group of people, you get intimidated, and you feel like your ideas aren't good enough. So you don't want to like voice your ideas. And I feel like when you're in a creative environment, it's a no judgment zone, judgment free zone. So like just don't worry about throwing a melody out that maybe to you you're not 100% about. That's the whole part of working collaboratively, you know.
Yeah, that's great advice, man. Because like I said, a lot of people who listen to this have never been in that situation, but they hope to one day be in it. So
Yeah.
that's good to give them some insight.
Yeah, definitely. And then also like reach out to people, you know, don't be afraid to reach out to producers or writers that you look up to. You know how many times I've written to people and sometimes I don't get a response, but you know, like 2 out of 10, like 2 out of 10 of the times that I do like reach out to people, they'll answer back, and you end up getting a session with somebody that you never thought you'd work with. You know?
That is true. Yeah, if you don't ask, you'll get nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
ever. But yo, you got some real big cosigns. Like Mark Anthony messes with you, right?
Yeah. Mark at one point in my career was kind of like my mentor.
What's that feel like?
It feels great, you know. I look up to Mark, and I'm such a big fan of his, so that it felt pretty unreal at the time. Um, but you know, things change, and sometimes you move on from situations that you were once in, and we don't talk much anymore. But I'm sure, you know, if we see each other, that's my brother.
Yeah. No, I totally get that, man. But it's just crazy that like when someone who does something so well sees it in another person, you know? It's like that's
Yeah,
a real blessing, you know?
yeah. It's definitely a great recognition.
Hell yeah. And then another person that I wanted to ask you about is Danny Felix. Like
Danny Felix, yes, that's
yeah,
my boy. That's my boy. He
talk
basically started the whole corrido tumbado wave, which I find that whole world super interesting. Of how this regional Mexican music kind of transformed into this urban. You know, it doesn't sound like trap.
right.
It sounds still kind of like regional Mexican music, but it has a different flavor. And I always found that world really interesting. And when I made a corrido with a friend of mine, it was presented to Danny, and then Danny ended up recording it, and I ended up being on the song. And for me, that was like getting out of my comfort zone, which I also feel is like it's important for artists to try different things and experiment different things, because you never know what you're gonna end up, you know, what styles you're gonna end up popping off, you know. And yeah, it was great. It was great. We have a song together called Malas Decisiones. Go check it out. And it's something that I've never done before. You know, that regional Mexican sound is really different, and I'm not used to it. But like I said, you know, it got me out of my comfort zone, and I feel like that's important for artists.
Yeah. And that sound is I mean, obviously there's a loyal following, but that sound is kind of picking up steam, right? I mean, like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a hot wave in its own world, but
yeah. It's huge.
it's a hot wave, man. Yeah, like
It's
I
huge.
love it. I love it. That's so cool. That's so cool that you're versatile like that, you know? It's important, like you
Yeah,
said, to like
it's
get out of your
important.
comfort zone.
And try different things. You know, don't be afraid to try different things.
Hell yeah. Well, yo, talking
The
about
biggest artists in the world, they're always switching up their sound. You know what I'm saying? Like every album, they sound like a different artist, and I feel like those are the ones that stick around.
that's real. Yeah, man. Yeah, because people want to grow with you. I think people want authenticity. You know, it's like no one expects you to be
Yes.
the same person every year of your life.
No. Exactly. That's a great point.
Yeah, I love it, man. So yeah, talking about doing something people normally don't do. People still really a lot of artists aren't on TikTok like that. And I see you like you've embraced TikTok and you have a TikTok and I saw you post recently
Yeah.
even on your Instagram like the dance with the two women like talk to us
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
TikTok, man, because TikTok's pretty damn important and people still don't really even get it.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok is such a huge platform right now to like to blow music up on. Um, I need to I need to start posting more. But you know, the ones that I have done, I feel like I'm not too good on TikTok. But I feel like it's trying. Trying is what matters, you know. Um, but it's so important. Like it's crazy. Like like, I have friends that their songs completely have blown up solely on like because of TikTok, and I feel like artists need to use that to their advantage, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna start posting more.
You got to, man. And if you ever want so do you know who Gary Vee is?
Yeah, of
All
course.
right, cool.
I
So yeah,
follow him.
so you know like Gary Vee is all about TikTok and then we have a whole
Yeah, yeah.
team. We have multiple people at our ad agency that Gary runs that just do TikTok. So if you ever like want to bounce
Wow.
around ideas, we're here, bro.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, cuz that's what we do, man. And like some of these young guys and girls like they would love to talk to a person like you about TikTok, you know, and they have great ideas.
All right.
So
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, yeah, I'd love that.
yeah, maybe even
Let's set
about
it
some
up.
new song, you know, like get something going.
Let's set it up.
Hell yeah. Well, yo, man. Last thing I wanted to say is, what's crazy about you is that um, you're all over the place, man. Like you're doing so good. So like, congratulations on that. And like, we really believe in you. And I know Gary Vee wants to send his love too. Like, we really believe in you. But get this, I was even so my wife is from Paraguay, and I was at mis suegros. You know, I was at their house,
Yeah, yeah.
and they always have Telemundo on, and you were being interviewed on one of the shows.
Away.
I forget which one, like In Casa or something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And like,
yeah.
and I like literally walked in the room and I look at the TV and I was like, holy shit! Like I was like, I'm actually, dude. You know what's crazy? I was playlisting you. It was a Sunday. It must have been a Sunday,
No
and
way.
I was literally listening to your song for the Monday to Monday playlist. And then I walked into the kitchen and I turned and I
Oh, that's
saw you on the
crazy.
TV, man.
Oh, that's crazy. That's sick.
Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah,
Ah, that's really cool. That's really cool.
yeah, man.
I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful to be able to do this. I'm grateful to even be able to make music. You know, I feel like there's well, I know that there's so many people that would die to do this, and I'm just like I said, I'm so grateful just to be able to wake up and call this my job.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. But yeah, like I said, you know, we are supporting. You have a great team around you. I guess we could end there. Talk to us about the value of teamwork, man, and then we'll call it a wrap. Just like
You know, it's something that I never really valued until I had the team that I have now. I didn't really understand what it was like to have a team until I signed Universal and I started working with Elena, my publicist, and my manager Andres. It's like a team. When you have a real team, it's like you can pick up the phone and call anybody at any time of the day, and they'll pick up the phone, and you know they'll be there for you, and they're atento. You know what I mean? And it's so important for an artist that's in development, any artist that's in any stage of their career. Um, you know, to have a team that you can count on and that you can rely on. You know, um, it's so integral. It's so important, and I'm so grateful to have the team that I do. You know, love everybody on my team.
that's so important, man. Every time we interview an artist and I ask them about the teamwork, they're like they say something similar where they're like, "Man, people don't understand how important a team is because that's all you got at the end of the day is the
That's all
people
you
who care
got.
about you." Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you got.
I love it, bro. Well, yo, we're gonna promote this. Can't wait to hear the new song. I actually can't wait to see the video because I know you went crazy.
It's just fire. It's a vibe. You're gonna love it.
Oh shit. All right, man. Well, yo, that's the interview. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, bro.